Hi, my name's Keith, and I'm known as the Florida Snowman, and I'm making some different videos. I'll make the videos like this. You know, I'm doing something that's actually saving lives. Heaven's getting more people because I'm making videos that are different to be able to save people's lives, and I'm not gonna sit up here like, hello, I am the Florida Snowman. I could if I'd like to. I could if I'd been feeling it. I'm not. By the way, guys, I'm gonna teach you something with something in the upcoming future, but yay, I'm gonna teach you in the videos like this. Why do I do them in the past? Because I felt like doing them. Why am I doing it like this? It's because I felt like doing it, and Jesus said it's okay. So I just do whatever Jesus tells me to, and it goes amazing because it's going Jesus' way. So Jesus would like his children to have more fun and to be more fruitful and abundant, and this is an abundant way to show information. So yes, I'm gonna be nice and silly, and I'm not really gonna care about being too strict or rigid on, well, I have to teach this in a particular manner. No, I have to cut and edit this. Screw that. Screw it to the wall. People are like, oh, he said screw it. My definition of screw is of an actual screw. So I talk about the spiritual realm definition of an actual screw. So when you screw something, you literally turn it and it goes clockwise. So take that, not having fun, not enjoying doing videos, and turn it clockwise into a place where it doesn't move the wall. So when you hear me say screw that, I mean screw that. So you guys can use that as well. It's a good declaration of your words. So if you don't like something, you can say screw that. And people are going to get shocked. It's like, ooh, you just screw that? Yeah, screw it into a wall and rebuke it. If you would like to take an actual screw into a ritual, you can take, for example, a problem. You can put it in, or you can, you know what? I'll teach that later. I'll teach that later, guys. So let's get back to my video topic, Bible bashers. I've been talking to a bunch of Bible bashers recently because I've found a place to go online to find some anti-religious people, but I didn't find them. Jesus Christ, the Most High God, stuck me in front of a bunch of them. He just touched my shoulder. Yes. It's a very strong touch. But basically, I'm going to teach you guys all about this. And Jesus is here too. And Jesus is moving around. And, yes, he's gonna help me with this video. So what happens when you come across a Bible basher? So we talked about religious spirits, basically, actually, anti-Bible basher, anti-religious person, or basically this video is more so about the people who just hate the Bible and don't even. You know what? Let me get into this right now. I've for all the people that I've talked to in the past week, because this has been gradual, but Jesus is just having me a very particular set of mission. And if you're one of those people who hate the Bible, comment in the comment section. You know how tough it is to read the Bible? Do you know how tough it is for someone to read the Bible? Now, to hate something, I'm gonna say it like this: these Bible bashers, not Bible bashers, Bible burners, or not. They won't have their eyes, arms, or legs if they try that, and I know it. Basically, well, Jesus said he'll do it himself. I don't have to know it. God knows it. But I'm going to talk about this right now. The people who hate the Bible the absolute most, and yes, that makes God very happy when you guys are zealotous. So take those rituals that I taught you and use it on people burning the Bible. I'm not teaching those rituals as much anymore because what's the point of just saying it over and over again? Onward. So Jesus is smiling and he is smiling. How cool. Yes, awesome and amazing and beautiful angels wrapped around the car and all good things coming everyone's way. But I talked to some of these, and yeah, this is going to be a very dark topic for some people, so I make it more silly and fun. So there's people, and you'll see them, and it's just bad energy. They're like, they hate the Bible, they want to burn it, they want to buy Bible so they can burn it. That person's traumatized from a Bible, basically an experience with the Bible. I'm going to pull up the people that I've seen today. So I don't call myself a psychic, I call myself a man of God. Prophet of the Most High God. And not a false prophet, because God assigns prophets, as you read in Deuteronomy, and God makes prophets into people who he uses as speakers. So there's literally, shall I show you? And this helps people because we have too many people who are afraid to speak for God. God said if you don't speak correctly for him, he'll basically destroy you. let me talk about this right now, because people will hear Jesus and they'll be like, I don't want to say I heard Jesus. There we go. God's mediums, he doesn't say mediums, it's basically God's speakers. Go to Deuteronomy chapter 18, verse 15. God chooses a prophet. And then you can see at verse 18, Deuteronomy 18:18, basically states that he'll choose a prophet, and it could be a regular person. Look at Moses. Moses was a regular person. He didn't really want to do it at first, but God was just like, you're going to have to do it. And Moses was like, okay, this is helping my people. Next verse after that, they start talking some craziness, God will kill them. And he tells people to do the same. Different laws back then, though. But you have these people, and I talked to some of these people. You have these people who are talking very badly about the Bible, but they've never actually read it ever. Do you want me to do you desire me to give you another example as to the exact same scenario? Let's just say Judy Hall, this is a good example actually. Judy Hall wrote the Crystal Bible, right? And someone tells you, I hate that book. It's a stupid book. It should burn. You've never read her book. Then how would you know what's in it? Because someone told you? Are you gonna go off the information of what a human tells you? Humans are liars. Humans lie. Humans lie through their teeth. I know a guy who lied to me today. He said he had all his teeth with one tooth missing. Lying through his teeth. He had more than one tooth missing. It was one tooth that you could see. Like, humans will lie for no reason. I asked a woman, I'm like, oh, you ate something sweet today. Literally food on her mouth. And she's like, that's not good for you to judge me on doing that. I don't eat that anymore. That's not me. I eat that. I don't eat sweets. I'm like, Lord, you test me in different ways. But I'm like, I can smell it on your breath. I said to someone before, well, I love donuts too, because I have a really good sense of smell. And he just lied. He just said, I don't eat donuts. I don't even like donuts. But his friend outed him and said, oh, he loves donuts. Oh, we just went to Danny's Donuts, and he slapped his friend, and I'm like, with the most straight face. These humans will lie. If you ever catch someone telling the truth if you ever catch someone with the truth, hi, how are you?
Good.
If you ever catch someone basically who's lying with the truth, then they're gonna straight up lie with us. Like, they can, if they're a good liar, then be like, and that's what I see with humans. Not with angels, not with Jesus, humans. Basically, I'm thinking about the next thing I'm gonna talk about. Well. Okay, so back to the topic. These people who hate the Bible have not ever read it. Why would you ever? It's blind hatred. So they start off and they don't know what they're talking about. They're spewing from just trauma. You can't take those people seriously. Now, what about the people who hate it, who've read it? They must be an expert. Do you know how challenging the Bible can be to read? Do you know how one version can sound 100,000,000% different than the next version? Do you know he's very for me. Get away. Yes, I'm being silly. Jesus got them away. They got too close. Not the people who said hi earlier. Those are nice humans. That one has strange energy. They were drinking and driving. So, just out of them. I can smell the lisrashkas maskidabos and chikarafmos. So now you just can't take them seriously. But what about the ones who know something? They still don't know anything. You can ask a person, for example, someone's like, oh, in this chapter, God kills children. What chapter? If they know the answer to that, well, it doesn't matter. Yes, it does, because you're talking about a chapter. You can't just ignorantly talk. That's not how arguments go. You can take debate classes in college, and they say you cannot do those kind of arguments. If you did it in a public stand, you would be disqualified immediately. That's not how arguments go. I understand debate, and I understand people's different opinions and whatnot. And yes, crystals do help you go backwards in age, guys. I just realized I'm like, what the? You wear some jade. Wear some jade. So, I'm getting visions now. Whenever you see my eyes start doing that, it means I'm seeing visions more than I'm seeing myself in the phone. In the camera. Okay. So basically, I'm going to share some of the visions I saw. These people have never even Googled the Bible. These people have never owned the Bible, have never touched the Bible, but hate the Bible. Let's pick a person. I'm going to pick one person from earlier. Let's talk about, let's just call this person Lux. This person said they wanted to burn the Bible, they wanted to get rid of the Bible. I went into his background and saw his parents would not talk to him about anything but the Bible. They had love, but they had no love at the same time. They cared for their children, but their parents had the same thing too. But when you go up their parents' line, their parents used to beat them until they read the Bible. So when their parents taught it, they taught them that basically it's like a pain response. You read it or you feel pain. And the way they taught pain with pain is that when the person would talk about the Bible, they'd feel pain, and it repelled them. So they'd feel so much pain anytime it was associated with the Bible, it became like an electric shock collar. Oh, that's a good analogy. You know what? Let me do this. What if you know someone named Johnny? Okay, fine. For example, some of you will be like, I've never met a nice person named Johnny. They've all been bad. John is fine. John is cool, but Johnny, it could be any name. This could just be a limiting belief thing. If your name is Johnny, I don't care. I'm using you as an example. Too bad, Johnny. But, if you don't like it, you can leave. Well, they're laughing now. But basically, John, John, very respectable. There's Johns in the Bible. Jonathan, very respectable. Okay, very, very demure, very mindful. Johnny, oh no. No Johnny. Get Johnny out of here. No, please, I don't want to talk to Johnny. Keep that Johnny away. That Johnny walks into the gym with no shoes on. Walks out with red stuff and brown stuff on their feet. I just use someone as an example. Okay, great. Okay, great. I wasn't supposed to do that. But then, let's just say you have a trauma with one person of one name. Basically, let's just say every Sam in your life, every exact Sam, you always have that one person's name that always like gives a trigger trauma. Sam. Every person you know whose name's Sam, for example, would be the most foul, mean, rude, whatever person in front of you, and you can't stand it. I'm not talking about, I rebuke that for all of you, but I'm just using it as an example. You always have that one name. So anytime they hear the name Sam, they're like, oh, no. Like, no Sams. What do you think people do with the name God? Mic drop! Oh, mic drop. That is such a strong point. They hear the name God after they're around every one of their horrific, alcohol, unable to quit addiction-filled, domestic violence having background people of putting people out and making people homeless, using the name of God to justify what they're doing. in every action. People who fight and pull each other's hair and steal from each other, saying that it's all in God's name. And all you hear is God, or all you hear is Jesus, and you associate that with the name of Jesus because you haven't done the research to be able to educate yourself into actually reading the Bible. So these people you see who hate the Bible, it's not about Jesus. It's about them lacking the knowledge about who Jesus actually is, and that's the point of this video. Send this video to someone who you know who hates the Bible, or someone who hates that, because Jesus is love. Jesus is love. And if someone's preaching hate, that person, unfortunately, will burn. And that's the thing. These people know they're gonna burn. They're like, well, I guess I'm gonna burn anyway. Yeah, but laughing it off. And you know how many people there are in hell? Maybe some of these people won't burn. Maybe they'll just walk around. There's swamps in hell, and people walk through the swamps, and they can't stop because the snakes keep biting them. And every time they die, they come back again with the same wounds, or they can't. I'm not allowed to talk to you about what Sheol is like. I'm not. But for people who die down there, they will live 60 years. 60 years. And then someone that they know, or someone who's around them in Sheol, in the columns of hell, the columns of the earth, will end up killing them and backstabbing them just for them to be reborn with the same wound that's bleeding over again. If you want to avoid that, accept Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. Don't go hating the Bible. It takes too much energy to hate. We're not supposed to hate anyone or anything. You're not even supposed to hate demons. You don't hate them because you're giving them your energy by hating them. You can disdain them, but once you start hating something, then you are a problem. You have any questions, ask them in the comment section. Until then, I'll see you guys next time. Hate is nowhere to be kept in your heart, mind, or soul. There is no abundance with hate. That's the lowest vibration possible. Reach onto the abundance level of Jesus. Enlightenment. God bless all of you. Ciao.